lost Minnesota, the #2 seed, in their regional semifinal match. Texas won the first set 25-18. They're up here 14-11, and their service pressure has been really tough.
Yeah, I think Texas is winning that serve and pass battle. They've been able to get Ohio State one pulled off the net and then score some aces, and that's been the difference so far.
Texas's back row play has been fantastic, and it's allowed their pins to get up and hit the volleyball, specifically Maddie Skinner, who had 4 kills in the first set, and she's got 4 kills already here in set #2.
Maddie Skinner is special. She can score, and she loves to hit that quick ball. Even if there's 2 blockers in front, she can hit with range. Also a shutdown blocker on that left side.
Skinner with a block here. Maddie Skinner, the transfer from Kentucky, where she won a national championship in 2020, and trying to help Texas get back to the national semifinal. It would be the first time since 2020 for the Texas Longhorns. Meanwhile, Ohio State looking for its first national semifinal appearance since 1994. That's been 28 years, so none of these players were alive the last time Ohio State went to a semifinal.
Good point, and they really played all out as a team, worked so well together, made adjustments on Thursday, and showed a lot of fight. I was impressed with their play.
Yeah, Thursday, you could not miss that young lady right there, number 22 in red, Emily Londot. She was impressive. Just, you know, had a career day, Holly.
Yeah, 29 kills, hit over 500 when it counted.
She's been slowed down a little bit here today. 5 kills, hitting 250. Plays on the opposite for Ohio State. What kind of adjustments do you want to see from the Buckeyes here at set #2, down 3?
Well, I've actually seen it the last couple of plays. Texas has been attacking the right back defensively for Ohio State, and both Pedraza and Londot have come up with digs.
Halter with the pass, and here is Logan Eggleston, the 3-time Big 12 Player of the Year.
When Texas is in system like this, you are going to have a hard time stopping them. Big gap between the 2 blockers, and that puts a lot of pressure on the back row defense.
Texas is tying a program record in hitting percentage, hitting .343 on the season. That's what they hit last year to lead the nation. Eggleston tooling the block this time. That's her 7th kill.
And you see the quality of the first contact from Texas. Sage Kahaina-Torres, the setter, is able to run whatever she wants, and she keeps pushing that left side pin. Logan Eggleston there with the kill.
As a setter, would you kill to have this back row and these littles?
I'd love to have all of the teammates. I mean, what a talented team and so much depth on the bench.
Yeah, Texas really added to their depth. They added to their back row play, going into the transfer portal, adding 11 new players this season. 6 transfers. Eggleston is stopped. Ohio State's block making the adjustment. Powell.
Well, Texas continues to go to that left side pin. I'd love to see them work more middle, but you see Powell cheating out to that pin to shut that down with Emily Londot for the Ohio State point.
6 blocks now for Ohio State. Phillips sends that back over on the second contact. It was a tough pass from Eggleston, and then there's Emily Londot.
We've seen Emily Londot go a little bit deeper, but hitting that cross-court ball and with success.
You know what we saw on Thursday from Londot? Her toolkit, it's huge. Like, she's got to check that bag on the airplane.
She certainly does.
She can hit every shot. She told us that's been one of her biggest areas of improvement since she arrived at Ohio State. Making sure she's got every shot in the book. Sage Kahaina-Torres to Logan Eggleston, who turns it down the line right at Pedraza.
Again, you see Texas attacking Ohio State's right back position. A lot of good things can come out of it, because if the setter, Mac Pedraza, digs it, somebody else has to step in and set it for Ohio State, and that's Ohio State's disadvantage in most cases.
Kayla Akana serving it more. It comes back over. Sage Kahaina-Torres throws it down.
Service pressure continues to be the story for Texas. Akana, who had 7 aces in the first round, gets an easy overpass, and SKT throws it down for Texas.
You keep the service pressure on, it limits how many attackers the opponent can use.
Serving for Ohio State, Kylie Murray.
Kylie Murray steps back, the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year.
Texas has a front row setter, only 2 hitters available, nobody in the back row can hit.
6th service error by the Buckeyes. And here comes Logan Eggleston. Her serve went away for a little bit during the season. Well, guess what? It is back. She's got 2 aces today. That's my fault.
Every time you say
that,
she's missed her serve.
Hey, no.
Yeah.
One time I said it and she got an ace.
Okay. So you're 1 for 3.
Next time I just won't speak.
Texas again, setter front row, but Logan Eggleston an option out of the back row. But first Texas needs to pass that ball. Good serve by Londoc. The reason I love this serve, it's got great pace, but goes away, makes Zoe Fleck move to her right between she and Akana.
3rd ace for Ohio State. Akana takes it, hand set from Eggleston to Skinner. No touch point, Ohio State.
I love that set by Eggleston. Very confident using her hands. And when we talk to Jared Elliott, they practice that a lot when the setter digs or can't get
Ohio State.
Hottest ticket in town.
That's right. They say the capacity is about 4,000. There may be more people than that.
Standing room only in all 4 corners.
Looking at this Ohio State Buckeye team, this is the 3rd year under Jen Flynn Oldenburg, and you see the progress that she's made at her alma mater, so you know that it means more to her to lead this Buckeye program. They made their 3rd straight regional semifinal, and now they're in the regional final for the first time since 2004.
And this has been an incredible group led by Mac Pedraza to help Ohio State have their best finish in a long time.
Buckeyes on a 3-0 run, seeking their first semifinal since 1994. Pedraza to Londot in the back row. Off the tape, saved by Fleck. Wow, Texas still finds a way to score on that.
Little misfire on that back row set. Not sure if that was to Logan. Everyone kind of looking around, trying to figure out what happened. Good dig by Zoe Fleck. It was to Logan, just didn't get her feet there. But good throw down to the middle of the court and a breakdown in communication for Ohio State.
Jenna Ewart is going to sub in for Texas to serve. Dances on the top of the tape, but falls on the Texas side, so Ohio State will take it.
Jenna Ewart, one of those transfers, new players. She was an all Pac-12 setter at Colorado.
Sometimes you wonder, with so many transfers, so many new faces, how is the chemistry going to be? Jared Elliott has told us time and time again, this is one of the most fun teams he's been a part. They get along so well.
And the players agree with that.
And Skinner saves it. Pedraza looking at her options. She finds Rader. There's Fleck. Skinner dug up by Murr. Gonzalez on the outside. Maddie Skinner with the tip. Londot's there. Kayla Caffey took a swing, but Ohio State's block is going to come through.
I love that aggressive swing by Kayla Caffey. She was not tentative, but Riley Rader for Ohio State. Watch her, number 20 in red. This ball goes over and she gets up, presses that ball. Good disciplined block for Ohio State.
Look, Riley Rader was key in Ohio State's win over Minnesota in the regional semifinals on Thursday. She had 12 kills, hit .435. Hasn't been as offensive today, but she has 6 blocks.
And that's important. Sometimes your offense isn't going to be there, and you want to do the little things to help support your team.
This is a 5-1 run for the Buckeyes. Playing to 25. Free ball. Rader, there's the offense.
And it starts with a tough serve. They're getting a little shank off Zoe Fleck. That's not easy to do. Sarasue Morbitzer for Ohio State, making things happen from the service line.
First time we've been tied since it was 1-1 here in set number 2, and the fans now on their feet. There's a lot of burnt orange in here. Raider. Eggleston, one arm. Skinner with the swing. Draws it to Raider again. Kathy blocks it. Raider a third time. You bet.
We are seeing so much fight from Ohio State. We saw it Thursday, but they are responding and making plays. Look at the confidence. Pedraza to Raider, and they score out of the middle.
First lead of this set for the Buckeyes. Maddie Skinner sails it. No touch on that ball. Point Ohio State. Now they're up by 2.
And it's only because of the surface pressure. Little tweak in the pass, and then Sage Kahaina-Torres is way off the net to set that ball.
Texas is going to make a substitution. Melanie Parra comes in, replacing Maddie Skinner. Parra has to track it down. This is going to be a free ball. Bump set to Gonzalez. Stopped! Kathy!
Kayla Kathy of Texas put a roof on that. She was so far over the net. She knows it's going to the left side, gets her feet there, hands pointed down. Wow.
Powerful punch out of the middle from Raider. Molly Phillips grabs it. Gonzalez readjusting. And went right at the setter, Sage Kahaina-Torres.
Gabby Gonzalez gets her up, little tool down the line, and Texas can't come up with it.
Ohio State needing 2 points to even up this match at a set apiece.
I love the way this Ohio State team communicates with one another. You can feel the energy. They're all talking to each other between plays.
Texas is going to sub Maddie Skinner back into the match, replacing Parra. Riley Raider on the serve. Fleck handles it beautifully. Blondot out of the back row. Zoe Fleck flying! And it's going to be a double contact. Sage was tripping over Fleck as she tried to set that ball.
What a dig by Zoe Fleck, but yes, she was under the feet of SKT. And there's Maddie Skinner as well, everyone trying to get to that ball.
Fleck is okay, she got kicked a couple of times. It is set point Ohio State. A 10-2 run for the Buckeyes here.
The passing is broken down a little bit for Texas. They need to clean that up, and Ohio State has taken care of business.
Molly Phillips swinging on the left pin. Pedraza to Gonzalez, tooling the block, matches even. Ohio State wins set 2, 25-21.
What a response from Ohio State.
They end on an 11-2 run, and we're at
that last set.
I feel like, too, their serving game really got Texas's passers into a bind.
In the middle of the second set, that was the difference. They kept pulling Texas off the net, and then the offense became predictable, and Ohio State was able to score with their defense.
I want to remind you, coverage of the Division I Women's Volleyball Championship. It will continue all day here on ESPNU with regional finals and a chance to play in Omaha. For more information, visit ncaa.com, home for all 90 NCAA championships. Myself, Holly McPeak, Katie George, Eric Freed will be with you next week in Omaha. It's already sold out. I cannot wait.
I can't either. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep between now and then. But
well, I hope that you do.
First things first.
First things first. We got to get the teams there. Louisville's already in. So as the teams retake the floor, we already see a change for Texas. Bella Bergmark, number 5 in white, has come in.
Jared Elliott has been telling us that she's ready to contribute if they need her.
We saw her come in and play 2 sets in their win over Marquette on Thursday in the round of 16. Eggleston with the tip, and it comes right back. Emily London.
I want to see Logan Eggleston swing hard at that ball. Ohio State is ready for that little tip shot, and Emily London is big. She gets her feet there, sees it, and throws it back down for the Ohio State point.
Texas is hitting 400 in the tournament, but in that last set, they hit 188, and that is a set low in the tournament this year.
And give that credit to Ohio State. Tough serving and great team defense.
Molly Phillips packing a punch.
We have not been able to call her name very often, but Molly Phillips is a very effective hitter on that right side and a big blocker.
Orbitzer with the pass. They'll go Londot in the middle. And as we've seen, Holly, usually when she's there, they give her the ball.
And I've seen them run a different set out to the pin one time out of probably 25 times. So Texas knows that's coming, and they still can't stop her.
That's the toolkit we're talking about, right, for Emily Londot?
She hits with such range. She grew up, her mother was a volleyball coach and All-American at Louisville, so grew up in a gym. Good volleyball IQ.
She told us, I played every position in high school. Middle, outside hitter, but I love playing in the opposite. Murr hustles to get it. Texas sends it right back. Murr with a bump set to Moore, attacking error into the net.
Texas pushing Ohio State. Ohio State shows they've got a lot of fight left, and Texas needs to step up, and they do on that last play.
Akana going after Moore. Pedraza sets it up for Moore. Texas with its 7th block.
Texas wants the left side players to carry big load, have to pass and then work for their approach, and that allows Texas to set up their block on that pin. Sage Ka, Heina Torres, and Age O'Neill with the Texas block.
And talking to Jarrett Elliott, they felt like they would have a lot of success serving that back left area, zone 5. Back shutdowns. Asia O'Neill.
Asia O'Neill only has 3 kills in this match so far, but she is making her presence felt defensively.
8 blocks each for Ohio State and now Texas. Pedraza in the middle to Powell. Now to Moore. Looking to go really sharp, a little too long.
Janasia Moore showed earlier that she can hit that angle. That one misses by an inch.
4 straight points for Texas. That's tight. And Mac Pedraza is in the back row.
Correct. That allows the blocker for Texas to go up and get that ball.
Ohio State calls timeout here from 2008 to 2014. He was a part of that 2012 national championship team for the Texas Longhorns. That was the last time they won it all 10 years ago.
And also played for the men's club team, so was a student here at Texas.
And this is the 3rd time, too, that these 2 programs are meeting this season. They actually opened the season with a doubleheader. Texas took both of those wins in Columbus. But both teams have evolved so much since then as Logan Eggleston terminates.
And credit Emma Halter for that second ball, stepping in and setting that to Logan Eggleston. That's the thing. After a dig, you want to put your hitters in positions to score. And Emma Halter, the freshman, does just that.
Eggleston, the first player on either team in double-figure kills now with 10. It's been 6 straight points for Texas. Sage going back to her 3-time Big 12 Player of the Year. Take 2, Logan.
Good reset after the first dig. Good cover play by Zoe Fleck. And SKT pushes it back out to Eggleston, who goes to that deep corner to end that rally.
This will be a bump set from Murr to Moore. Blondot. Dug up by Akana. It's coming over. Taken care of by Janasia Moore.
Emily Londot sets that up with a good transition swing that's dug over the net.
That ends a 7-0 run by Texas. Remember, though, we saw Ohio State finish set number 2 on an 11-2 run. 7 service errors now for the Buckeyes. And you have one of the best servers to do it, stepping back. Logan Eggleston has already put her name by itself in the Big 12 record books tonight in career aces. She came into this match tied for that record. Fleck, fantastic up, still going. There's gonna be a centerline violation on Asia O'Neal.
Asia O'Neal, I believe, crossed that line with her foot after she hit that ball.
Serving for Ohio State, Emily London.
Jarrett Elliott talking to the down official about it.
Watch where Asia O'Neal lands with her feet, and you see her cross that line.
And there's an Ohio State player right there in the vicinity, so that can become dangerous.
Very.
Maddie Skinner, no! Riley Rader!
Riley Rader, number 20 in red, is doing such a nice job laterally in her press over the net. She gets over quick. I'd love to see more attacks out of the middle from Texas. Run their middles to free things up on the pins.
They'll give O'Neal up a 1 foot, and that block was ready. Ohio State all over it.
Both Rader and Janasia Moore knew that ball was coming. Rader late, Janasia Moore gets all of that.
That's 10 blocks now for Ohio State. Skinner going after it, turns it down the line.
Kayla Akana that time stepped in for that second ball set, and Maddie Skinner attacks down that line.
Skinner had 4 kills in the first set, 4 kills in the second set. That is her first kill here in set number 3, just hitting 125. Pedraza, first time we've seen her be aggressive tonight. That demands the respect of the block. Skinner again. Skinner, saved by Gonzalez. Janasia Moore. Look at this rally. Bergmark. Skinner, we play on. Londot, it's long. Point Texas. How about that?
There were so many good things that happened in that play. I don't even know where to start, but Emily Londot had a play that almost hit her in the head. She had her hands up and dug it off of Skinner down that line, but wow.
Service error, Texas. That's the 9th service error for the Longhorns. They've got 4 aces. It's been about the defense in this set. Neither team hitting for a great percentage here in set number 3. Ohio State hitting negative, Texas hitting 0. Skinner got it. She's in double figures.
But Texas out of system. The pass wasn't great, but Maddie Skinner able to do some work and go deep to that corner.
And we talked about Maddie Skinner when she entered the transfer portal. She told us yesterday, you know, I wasn't really thinking about coming home, but talking to Jarrett Elliott, he said, I'm not taking no for an answer. You're coming to Texas to be a Longhorn.
He was persistent, and when she came here, she was blown away by the support the athletes get here. Bella Bergmark, another player for Texas off the transfer portal. Her strength is her blocking. Watch her get there. Big press over the net. Great instinctual blocker.
One's hit by Rader, but going back to Maddie Skinner, you know, she said, I really wanted to train my all-around game and work on my back row play and also my serve, and she's been able to do that. Every time we watch practice, Holly, she stays after her, Logan Eggleston, Zoe Fleck. They're getting extra reps passing.
This is a group of players who want to be great, and they continue to get those extra reps every day. We've been here all week and seen that work.
Molly Phillips this time from the left side.
Molly Phillips, 4 kills on 9 swings, hitting .444.
And now Maddie Skinner's going to go back to serve. Jarrett Elliott told us adding her serve has been really important for them. She's got a tough one. Gonzalez handles it pretty well. Back to Gabby Gonzalez through Texas. This block.
Gabby Gonzalez leads Ohio State with 8 kills on 19 swings.
Service error.
Looked like Mac Pedraza was trying to serve that ball short middle into traffic for Texas, but misses short.
Gonzalez had to stop her approach to get that swing off. Eggleston deep in the court. Doesn't matter for Logan Eggleston. 12 kills now.
Logan Eggleston moves to the center of the court to dig this ball and then moves out to that gap so she can get a transition swing, goes high off the hand.
Ohio State calls timeout. Texas up 16-9 here in set number 3. Now, Logan Eggleston, she's been a main factor for Texas since she arrived, but we talked about those new pieces, and you see right there Zoe Fleck talking in the huddle. She's been fantastic today to keep those rallies alive and give Texas an opportunity to attack.
She's a communicator, right, and a connector, according to the head coach, and you can see that her teammates trust her, putting herself in great spots to help this team score points when it counts.
She's just incredible. She is a walking highlight reel. She takes volleyball so seriously. We were talking to her. She said, my goal is to play for the national team, to win a gold medal with Team USA.
And she continues to try and get better every day, and I love that. Pushes herself and her opponents to get better all the time.
Look, it's incredible what she can do on the court. How about what she can do off the volleyball court?
I grew up in Santa Monica area, like Original Muscle Beach, which is basically like an outdoor adult playground, and it was just my escape. I got to be outside, I got to be working out, and I got to be learning. And so I just started doing handstands. And now I can hold a handstand for a pretty long time. I can do backflips, I can do rings, I can balance on literally anything, just from spending a couple years diving into that community and learning as much as I can.
Gosh, watching this makes me so nervous, even though I know that she's harnessed in.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
Oh my goodness.
But the flipping, Holly and I are going to work on that before next week.
I'll leave that to you. I'll watch.
But you see why she's so graceful on the court and able to get to every ball. Asia O'Neal got a piece of that one.
I love that Asia O'Neal has sharpened her focus defensively at the net. Like I said, she hasn't got a bunch of attempts, but she is making a difference defensively.
3 straight points for Texas with Zoe Fleck serving. And an ace for Fleck!
Dec has been bringing it from the line. On Thursday, she was going line to line. But this time, actually, that one is line to line at Gabby Gonzalez. And they talked about wanting that area 5 right into traffic.
Area 5, right where Gabby Gonzalez is standing, where she passed that volleyball. You add the tough serve with the tough block. Wow.
Texas knows that attack from Londot's coming out of the middle. Logan Eggleston comes in to help. 3 big blockers for Texas.
Flex saves it. Bounces off the net. Point for Ohio State. That ends a 5-0 run by the Longhorns.
That's the one area I want to see more of, attacking out of the middle, from the middle of the court. And Asia O'Neal one-on-one, tough to stop.
That puts Texas to 20 points first. Trying to get to 25. Moore. Zoe Fleck. Wow. That had a lot of heat on it, too, for Moore. Here comes Londot. Another chance. Powell at the net. Buckeyes keep it going. Janasia Moore down the line in a scrappy rally on both sides.
Ohio State, sometimes they don't block it straight down, but they get good defensive touches off their block that they're able to pass and run the offense, and you see Janasia Moore score down that line.
That was a huge key for them in their win in the regional semifinal on Thursday against Minnesota, the number 2 seed in the Texas quadrant. O'Neal off of 1 foot. That might be the best it's looked tonight.
And you want to reward Asia O'Neal. She's doing it on the defensive end. Give her some balls like that. Last 2 kills by Asia O'Neal.
Pedraza forcing it to Rader. Skinner battling at the net. Eggleston out of the back row. The up by Murr. But Ohio State can't help her. She got there.
Kylie Murr flies in out of left back position, but nobody can get to that second ball. What a dig. Logan Eggleston, perfect location, but Murr, wow.
Maybe a miss hit by Rader, but she gets that kill.
Well, Mac Pedraza is just fearless, the setter for Ohio State. She gets under it, feeds Rader, knows that if she gets a hand on it, she's going to kill it.
An ace for the Buckeyes and Emily Londot.
Emily Londot going after Kayla Akana, number 12 in white, cross court. Good pace and movement on this ball.
Second ace for Londot, followed by a service error. So Texas using the sub, Devin Kahahawai coming in, number 44 in white.
And Jared Elliott told us yesterday she's their best blocking right-sider.
Bergmark also rotates in. She gets tested. Bergmark.
That was was a blocking substitution by Jarrett Elliott, and it pays off for point 24. They're out of system. Everybody knows that ball's going to Janasia Moore. Bergmark, good left-hand press over the net.
Set point, Texas. Pedraza in the middle. It's Bergmark again, and Texas takes a 2-1 lead in the match.
Blocking numbers and defense was the difference.
Texas turning the defense up in set number 3. They had 8 blocks in that set.
And that was a huge difference for Texas. They held Ohio State to -105.
Texas with 13.5 blocks in this match. They also got their offense going a little bit more after hitting 188 in set number 3. They hit 240 in set number 2. They hit 188. Hit 240 in set number 3. They've done it in front of a packed home crowd. A new record tonight, 5,344 inside Gregory Gym.
People hanging from the rafters, squished in the corner. They don't care. They want to be here supporting their Texas Longhorns.
Well, why not? There's so much on the line tonight. We've already seen one team advance to the national semifinal. Louisville is there. Texas trying to make their 10th semifinal in the last 15 years. Ohio State hasn't been there since 1994. Phillips off the bump set from Fleck.
Molly Phillips loves to go angle, and Ohio State knows that. Good adjustment by Phillips, turning it down that line for Texas.
Londot in the middle, and she tools the block.
Texas had 3 blockers there. Going outside hand of Bergmark, out of bounds.
8th kill for Emily Londot. This is a must-win set for Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Molly Phillips threw that ball straight down. It was open, but misses it wide.
Sage has to scramble to get it to Eggleston. Pedraza to Moore. Pedraza to Raider. They've been trying to develop that connection a little more on the offensive side as this match has gone on.
And it's been really good. In Ohio State, they've been able to score off it, but Texas middle blockers are really on it. Quick hands over the net, trying to slow that down, knowing it's a huge weapon for Ohio State.
Zoe Fleck has 2 aces and 14 digs tonight. Londot. Oh, wow! The power from Emily Londot.
Emily Londot gets his set pushed all the way across the court from Pedraza. And look at the power down the line. Not even Zoe Fleck can come up with that one.
Londot, her high school coach was her mom, Lori. Coached her all 4 years. Her mom was a left-handed middle.
The first All-American at Louisville.
Her alma mater already in the national semifinal after a 5-set win over Oregon earlier today. Yeah, how cool for Emily to get to play for her mom. She told us, you know, my parents let me try every sport that I wanted to, and I love that because I didn't have to love volleyball, but she does. That's 14 kills for Logan Eggleston.
And I love when she's aggressive. Too much tipping early on, in my opinion. When Logan Eggleston gets her feet to the ball and swings hard, she is terminal.
She's hitting .407 tonight. Pedraza gave it everything she had, but Kaylee Akana will take that point.
Texas going line to line on that serve, trying to put a ton of pressure on number 18 in red, Janasia Moore.
6 aces for Texas. They have the most aces in the tournament out of the remaining teams. Gives them 38 in the tournament. Tough swing for Emily Londot.
Well, Ohio State was out of system. They've got a big gun on the right side. Even though she's back row, she's usually pretty terminal. Just couldn't get her feet under that ball.
.30 run for Texas. Ward dug up by Halter. Eggleston, back corner.
Logan Eggleston doing the work with her feet, showing she's got range. This time, deep line. She loves this deep line ball. Emma Halter controls the first contact, and then the defender creeps up, and she goes deep.
It's coming back to Texas. Asia O'Neal will take that all day.
In the middle of that play, Logan Eggleston said, "You take that," making sure that they were clear on the communication on that overpass.
Raider in the middle. Sage going to the slide with O'Neal. Great off by Gonzalez, but it goes back over. And double contact called on Gabby Gonzalez. That is 6 straight points for Texas. And Jen Flynn Oldenburg wants to call a timeout. It's a must-win set for Ohio State to... We still have 2 more matches to go. Coming up at the top of the hour, Caroline Crawford, the defending national champion Wisconsin, going to take on Pitt. That's coming up at 8 Eastern here on ESPNU. Our nightcap is going to be out on the West Coast, Stanford and San Diego. That'll be approximately 10 Eastern. We are sending teams to the national semifinals today. Texas has scored 6 straight points. If Texas wins this set, they're advancing to Omaha. Riley Raider, Mac Pedraza just keeps going to her.
Well, there's so much confidence in that connection, and it's important for a setter and a middle blocker to have that trust. And Pedraza has a ton of trust in Raider putting that ball away.
5 kills for Raider, 8 blocks for Riley. Asia O'Neal made that look so easy.
Well, Asia O'Neal identified that the middle blocker pulled out of the block, and that leaves the middle of the court open. You see Raider in the middle. She's so late, she just pulls out of it, and Asia O'Neal throws it down in the middle.
This one sails long by Eggleston.
Serving for Ohio State, Riley Raider.
Ten service errors for Texas, 9 for Ohio State. Fleck tries to step in front of Akana and take that. It's going to be an ace for the Buckeyes.
Riley Raider attacking the seam between 2 passers. Communication's so important if you're Texas.
Off of Londot, back to the Texas side. SKT will set up the slide again with O'Neal. Pedraza with the tip, Fleck is there. Skinner over the block. And a net violation on Ohio State.
Both teams knew exactly where the other team was going to go. One on the setter dump, and then the tip over the block.
Skinner, give her 12 kills.
That time, the timing a little bit off, but Maddie Skinner's long and turns it down that line with a big reach.
Asia O'Neal serving with her dad right behind her. It's a good hustle from Ohio State to get this free ball back. SKT dishing it up to Skinner. Wants a touch. No touch called. Point Ohio State.
Good looking attempt there. Maddie Skinner trying to go off the hands, but she wants to get on top of that ball. She can go over the top.
Texas's offense, for the most part in this set, has been pretty fluid. They're hitting .333. Nice pass from Fleck. They can run Eggleston out of the back, and Adria Powell.
Good disciplined block by Adria Powell. She's in the middle of the court. This is stressful, that back row quick that I talked about earlier, but she does the eye work, gets her feet in front of it. Nice press over. Fantastic block.
Why is it stressful in the middle?
Because she can go left, right, anywhere. So it puts a lot of pressure. She doesn't know where she can go, and she can't release to get out to those pins.
Skinner blocked again. Powell and Longot working together for Ohio State. Net violation on Texas. Point Ohio State.
Ohio State doing a good job slowing down Maddie Skinner right now. I would love to see off a good pass, running Bella Bergmark out of the middle of the court, making Adria Powell, the hot blocker right now for Ohio State, move a little bit.
And Bergmark, number 5 in white. She goes back to Skinner, and she will terminate.
And she gives her team so much energy on that. She goes off 1 foot. Look how far Pedraza has to set that ball to feed Emily Londot, but it pays off with the kill down the line.
Well, she told us, I love being a big arm, and the opposite. You know, a lot of times you see your heavy hitters in that outside hitter position. She's like, no, I'm going to dominate the right pin.
There's that offense out of the middle for Texas that we need to see more of to hold that middle blocker and create some gaps in the block on the other side of the net.
Bella Bergmark was inserted later into this match. Saw the same thing happen in their regional semifinal match on Thursday. She entered. Remember, Texas has a very deep bench. Moore off of the hand of Phillips.
Janasia Moore so good, just seeing that outside hand of Molly Phillips, and it wasn't turned back into the court. She's able to wipe it off.
Janasia Moore, also a volleyball legacy, if you will. Her mom played volleyball at Norfolk State. I think there's 6 Buckeyes whose moms played collegiate volleyball.
Correct. That's a huge number. They have to have the most in the country.
Got that pop. Love her arm.
Mac Pedraza again, fantastic location, feeding her hitters, and Janasia Moore heating up on the outside.
Buckeyes tie it. It's a 6-2 run for Ohio State. Bergmark out of the middle. Londot. Coming on strong. Halter was there, but it stopped.
Now a 7-2 run for Ohio State. And it starts with their defensive touches off their block, and they get these swing opportunities for Emily Londot, and that's how Ohio State is scoring.
We've seen Ohio State be able to put together those runs. They ended the second set on an 11-2 run. Won that set 25-21. Swing is wide from Eggleston.
That time Texas was in system, ran 2 quick balls, just hit wide, and Ohio State has all the momentum.
And Jarrett Elliott wants to talk about it. It is 4 straight points for the Buckeyes.
And the tables have turned. You see Ohio State now hitting 353 in this set, mostly in transition balls, and Texas only 167.
Look, this Ohio State program, they lost their last four regular season matches. They have flipped the script. They've done it with a veteran group, and they've done it with a couple of players, too, that made some history earlier on for the Ohio State pro. It's extra interesting again. Want to let you know, coming up tonight on ESPN, you can catch the 88th annual Heisman Trophy ceremony presented by Nissan. The four finalists, Stetson Bennett, Max Duggan, CJ Stroud, and Caleb Williams. Find out who takes home the most coveted award in college football. It's at 8 Eastern, live on ESPN and the ESPN app. Bijan Robinson and some of the Texas football players. This is a hot ticket, remember. We set a record for Gregory Gym tonight. Over 5,300 people in to watch this volleyball match. There's Kylie Murr. It was a great dig, but Bergmark cleaning it up on the Texas side of the net.
Eggleston being way more aggressive for Texas, and it ends up with that overdig. Fantastic by Murr to get under that, but Bergmark with the easy kill for Texas.
That ends a 4-0 run by the Buckeyes. Londot. Logan Eggleston, that puts her at 16 kills, hitting over 300.
Sage Kahaina Torres, the right back defender and setter for Texas, dug a great ball by Londot there.
Look, SKT's confidence has been a big part of Texas's success, too. She really started to own that this was her team in the spring, got used to all these new weapons that she has to play with. And it helps, too, when her team's blocking like that. It's going to be a new season high for Texas in blocks.
Asia O'Neal knows this ball's going outside. They need to be disciplined because Janaisa Moore has been sneaky all night long, and they get her on that one.
Season high 15.5 blocks. The previous high was 15 blocks. And now it's 3 points in a row for the Longhorns. Until that finish right there from Emily Londot.
Ohio State completely out of system, but Emily Londot finds a way to put it away.
She's like their safety net.
Well, it's nice to have a player like that on your team,
yeah,
for sure.
Tied at 16. Ohio State has to win this set in order to extend the match. A win for Texas, and they're going to Omaha. Service error. Pedraza to the connection to Reeder. Eggleston up by Murr. Logan Eggleston chasing after it. Blocked, and we're still going thanks to Emma Halter. Reeder can't stuff it. Janasia Moore.
Asia O'Neal's on fire defensively. She is owning the net for Texas, and she has been the difference lately, but some amazing cover plays there to keep it alive.
Asia O'Neal with 7 blocks. Make it 8 blocks. Texas on a 5-1 run since the timeout. Double contact.
McConaughey picking up the service pressure, and Ohio State wants a timeout. The energy in this building is electric.
Ohio State's last time out as Texas They can feel Omaha coming. Still some work to do. Ohio State not far behind, but this Texas program trying to get a national championship for the first time in 10 years. They did it last in 2012.
I can't believe how fast it's gone. It's been already 10 years.
And the block! After years of near misses, it's a hit for the Horns and the 2012 National Championship.
When I think back, so much growth throughout the year, but there was also so much joy on the journey that we had, and so it was really special.
His 10-year national championship is a really special part of the legacy of this program.
I remember being 12 and watching that match, and that match was literally the reason why I wanted to come here, so I'm definitely going to do what I can to get him this natty. More so than wanting this for me, I really want this for him.
Jarrett Elliott, it's been incredible what he's done. His 22nd season as Texas's head coach, won 83% of his games. They've won 6 straight Big 12 titles. A couple of NCAA national championships for this Texas program. They also have an AIAW championship. Last time we saw them in the championship match was in 2020, and they lost to Kentucky.
Yeah, this is a special group. Jarrett Elliott says, you know what, he loves coming to practice, and he's enjoying the journey, and that's really important. You have to be present. But I'll tell you, if you're Texas, you cannot take a play off because Ohio State has so much fight in them.
Yeah, Texas is on a 3-0 run, but we've seen Ohio State put the runs together before. They've got to do it now. Wandot out of the back row. Gets it through Texas's block, and that ends the run.
Little soft touch works off the deflection. Ohio State, they want to get Texas out of system and put some pressure on them with their block.
O'Neal, slide, saved by Morbitzer. Gabby Gonzalez, she's in double figures with 10.
Gabby Gonzalez takes big swings for this team. I talked about her earlier being the rock of this Ohio State. She doesn't get all the accolades, but she does it all. A key 6th rotation player for Ohio State.
The bump set to Eggleston from Fleck. Turns it down the line. Texas the first to 20.
That second contact, Joey Fleck stepping in. Look at that long touch off her platform, just laying it up for Logan Eggleston to tee off.
Middle.
Double block, and Riley Rader goes crossbody away from the blockers, finding open court.
Riley Rader just continues to work hard. That's her 6th kill, 8 blocks tonight for Riley Rader. Wiping up some moisture on the Texas side of the court, and now Rader will get ready to serve. Wandot to Pedraza. It's long from Gonzalez.
But that was the deflection that Ohio State wanted. They just didn't get the kill off of it.
It's going over. And Matt Pedraza winning the joust at the net, but into the net goes Ohio State. Point for Texas.
It actually looked like a Texas player's leg might have hit the net, and Matt Pedraza telling her coach, we have to challenge this ball.
And Jen Flynn Oldenburg will challenge it. will be, well, if Ohio State only has 1 challenge unless we go to a 5th set, if they're correct in this challenge, they'll get to keep it. But yeah, let's take another look at that, because I think I saw the same thing you did, Holly. I think it might be on the bottom of the net by a Texas player. Yeah.
It is Maddie Skinner's leg.
So remember, the original call was Ohio State in the net, point Texas.
How about the joust by Mac Pedrazza? Setter's famous for being good at that joust on those tight balls.
Got to get that last push. And they will call Texas in the net and give the point to Ohio State. Buckeyes get to keep their challenge.
Serving for Ohio State, Mac Pedrazza.
So our score now 21 Texas, 20 Ohio State.
A race to 25 points. Out of the back row, soaring, flying, Logan Eggleston.
What a beautiful execution of the big set. That back row quick out of the middle. Texas has done it all year long, and Logan Eggleston goes away from the block, finding some hard court.
Londot on 1 foot. Londot rips it down the line. Fleck is there. Maddie Skinner, cross court, saved by Moore. Londot again grabbing the block.
Emily Londot finds a way, attacking that outside hand of the blocker, just sneaking it by. I don't know how she does it.
She's crafty. 13 kills, 14 kills for Londot. Pedrazza tries to step in front of Gonzalez. Thought that should have been a double. Here comes Eggleston off the block. Eggleston again. Maddie Skinner is going to set up Logan. It is match point Texas.
Transition setting the key for Texas, scoring those points.
Moore with the pass. Pedrazza and Londot, it's tight. They get it back over. Sage to Eggleston. Texas is coming for you, Omaha. Get ready for the Longhorns.
Ohio State pushed Texas to the limit.